Hello, everybody. It's me, Albatross. Welcome back. I'm going to continue discussing the LAPD by continuing on to the Sheriff's Department, where a lot of this trouble kind of took root, if you get what I mean. And also, I would like to apologize to anybody I might have offended by claiming that the LAPD is worse than the Hoovers. I get the reason I'm saying this is because of the timing. I'm not saying that the Hoovers shouldn't be indicted. They absolutely should. Them plus many other gangs. But it's the timing that has made me very suspicious and weary. Because around the same time the LAPD begins investigating the Hoovers, another investigation is going on within the Sheriff's Department. Because there are actual gangs within the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. Many of you who are from Los Angeles probably already know this. Those of you who are not, well, yeah, this is a real thing, and it's a real problem. It has been such a problem that they've even made legislation about all of this. But just recently, they haven't been talking about this for long. Before 2021, anyone who said that there were gangs within the sheriff's department and stuff would be labeled conspiracy theorists and all this. But it's when all these news articles start coming out about the banditos and the executioners and whatnot around 2021 thereabouts that people start actually taking it seriously. Well, isn't that funny? Because that's around the same time the Hoover investigation began. Isn't that funny? A coincidence? Maybe, perhaps. I personally don't believe in coincidences, but especially when it involves these people. There's just way too many. But let's actually look at the real actual timeline. Okay. Let's see. They claim in February 2020 that deputy cliques and gangs are banned. However, there's no actual rules or legislations about it yet. It's just more or less like a statement than it is anything else. 2 years later, November 2022, Robert Luna wins the sheriff election. He becomes the new sheriff of Los Angeles. And he campaigned on eradicating the internal gangs within the sheriff's department. February 2023. Robert Luna creates the Office of Constitutional Policing. And then a month later, March 2023, the Civilian Oversight Commission released 27 recommendations to the Sheriff's Department to eradicate these gangs. And it wasn't until a whole year and a half later, in September 2024, that police gangs were officially banned. And it was effective a month later, October 2024. Can you believe that? First, they try to lie in 2020, say that the police gangs are banned. But then it takes them a whole 4 years to actually make it like a real legit rule that they had to follow. Can you believe that? So up until about a year, like exactly a year ago, police bans in the sheriff's department in LA were totally legal. They may have been verbally banned, but there was no actual law or legislation banning it. And plus, think about something. That's kind of a hard thing to prove, too. I mean, I guess they could go by the tattoos, because yes, there were tattoos and whatnot. But really, I mean, police work together. So it'd be kind of easy to hide like an actual gang behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And another thing about the LA Sheriff's Department that I find really odd, some might call it coincidental. Like I said, I personally do not believe in coincidence at all. But what I found was interesting is the LA Sheriff's badge. Right here, look at this. Look at this badge. Now, upon first inspection, it doesn't look that much different than any other police badge. But look at the symbols in each triangle of the star. Look at the symbol. You see that? That swirl triangle, you see that? You see that? Well, come to find out, that symbol the FBI has shown us, it's a symbol for pedophilia. Now, maybe that was an accident. Maybe it was a coincidence. Like I said, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't. I don't. But it's just my opinion. Like, I don't know for a fact that this has any connection to pedophilia. I don't know for a fact. But I know I am tired of all these coincidences, though. That of the law enforcement, the missing kids, the fact that they don't ever talk about them, the fact that the LAPD and the LASD seem to care about everything but missing and exploited children. Everything but that. I mean, I don't believe in coincidences anymore, and I'm not going to be gaslighted anymore either. There's something seriously wrong. And not even just with the LA sheriffs. This is with many different police groups. Like, this is a very common thing, and I don't think people understand it. Like it's a staggering amount of police officers. Not all of them, but it's a staggering amount of them that are like Freemasons, that are in these cults and secret society. It's a staggering amount of them. Not all of them. I'm not trying to thrash police, because there are some good ones out there who are trying to keep us safe. And unfortunately, the other 90% make that tiny 5% makes their job very difficult. So yeah, like up until like these last few years, it's been a really big known secret that there's gangs within these police departments. But now that it's actual official legislation, like, people need to wake up. Like, it's literally your government admitting to you that their police department is corrupt, is flawed, that they conspire on a regular basis to commit crime when they're the ones who are supposed to be upholding the law. They're the ones whose taxes, our taxes, are being paid to them. Our taxes are being paid to them to solve these crimes, to find these missing children, to investigate like what happened to Celeste, right? But yet the same taxpayers that are paying for all this are also taking money out of their own pocket to hire private investigators because the police suck so bad. I mean, it's pathetic. It is so pathetic. And it's like they're not even like pretending to be concerned anymore. It's like they've gotten past that. Like, oh, we don't have to pretend anymore. We don't have to. It's wild. It's wild. I mean, and there's so much stuff. There are so many issues. And it's like, you really got to dig. But it's like over the years, it's like, oh my God, this police department, it is like sickeningly corrupt. They make the NYPD look like stand-up patriots. I mean, they're like, whoa. You think this stuff's just in the movies? No, it's even worse. It's even worse than in the movies. It's even worse. But anyways, I've got more that I'm going to be talking about with the sheriff's department and the police department. Because, yeah, and there's other things that they fail to investigate. And the next video, I think I'm going to talk about their link to the Church of Scientology. I know a lot of people already have talked about that, but I want to talk about it as it relates to the crimes that they don't investigate, or the missing people they don't investigate. Someone's wife in the Scientology church who has been missing for decades, who, according to the LAPD, they're the only ones in the last 20 years who have made contact with this woman. Or so they say. So they say. Anyway, stay tuned.